Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country. So now we're on to Monkey Mines and the first level is going to be Winky's Walkway. So you're probably wondering, who's Winky? Well, we'll find out. And as I'm uploading this, it is now Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day. And hey, a giant frog named Winky. Where did they come up with that name? I don't know. And why is a frog all suddenly bigger than apes and a monkey? And why is it jumping on a barrel like that when it should just land, technically? I don't know. I really don't. So, yeah, why is all this going on? I don't know. The best solution I have is, it's a video game, don't question it. Just accept it. But yeah, it's officially Thanksgiving as I'm uploading this, so happy Thanksgiving everybody. Hope you all have a great one, and we got our third ostrich token, which means it's time for the Espresso minigame. Now we haven't been formally introduced to Espresso yet in a level, so I guess I'll go and explain him here. Espresso, in my opinion, is probably the weakest of the animal buddies. With Rambi, you know, he can take out just about everything by just running into it. Unguard, pretty much the same thing with his swordfish abilities, and he's awesome underwater. Then you got Winky, who can jump on pretty much everything, even singers, which is fantastic, let me tell you. Espresso, though, he runs fast, and he can fly. But he can't take out enemies, trust me, I've tried. So, yeah, not that helpful unless you're attempting a speed run. In that case, you probably love Espresso, but I don't know. I think, well, okay, Squawks is definitely the weakest in this game, but definitely I'd still say he's the overall weakest one that you at least ride, let's say that. And he only appears in this game, unfortunately. You know, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Espresso. And I don't hate Winky either, but unfortunately they only appeared in this one. They don't appear in any of the other games, so that kind of stinks. Unless they appear in Donkey Kong Land, which honestly I have not played before, so yeah, for those that don't know, Donkey Kong Land was basically the sequel before the sequel. It came out on Game Boy. It's basically just a Game Boy version of Donkey Kong Country, and I got all the bonuses, yay. And up next is Car Carnage, so I do have a few things to say about that, but I'm only going to finish the topic I started. It's basically a Game Boy version of Donkey Kong Country as far as I know, and the story is that Cranky challenges Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong to do it again because he thought the first time was a fluke. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll do that game someday in the future, but there's no plans to do it right now, but anyways, this is Car Carnage, one of the most famous, most fun levels in the game. Usually I don't like these kind of levels, but this one's actually pretty fun. It's a very trial and error type level, because you gotta memorize where everything's going to be, you gotta know when to jump, when to... But yeah, that's pretty much just when to jump. And then after the checkpoint, they have just... Wow, I can't talk today, but that's nothing new. They start throwing in carts that are flipped over, and if you hit those, that counts as a hit. If I run into that crash there, that's a hit. So you really gotta memorize everything, and I thankfully played this enough that I have memorized everything. But oh boy, when I first played, oh darn it, when I first played this game, man, this was tough. It was fun, don't get me wrong, but it was actually pretty tough. It was one of the toughest levels in the games for me, but now I'm a pro Donkey Kong Country player. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm gonna beat this flawlessly. Look at all these jumps. No problem for me. I am awesome. I am super... Dang it. I just did all that bragging too. Gosh darn it. So yeah, that did happen, and it wasn't intentional or anything, I promise. That legit did happen, I'm afraid. Now normally I'd cut ahead, but I figured I'd just go and, you know, I gotta redeem myself, you know, I gotta show you guys that I can do this properly. And I wanted to show you how to get that extra life there. You really gotta time your jump very well to get that extra life. Trust me, I might have made it look easy, but it's not. It does take a lot of practice. And I don't know why, but I had the hardest time avoiding that cart for some reason. I have no idea why. Usually, when I play this level by myself, not recording it or anything, I beat it without taking a single hit, but I guess the LPR's curse was in full effect this part. Which, you know, it's a shame, but whatever. I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to pretend I am, so... This time I'm not going to die, though. I promise you that. There we go. So there's the exit. That was pretty fun. However, there is one last thing I want to show off Car Carnage, so we're going to go back there real quick. And the secret is, if you jump up here and then jump just down here, oh, look at that. We're already at the end. Why did a minecart suddenly spawn there? I don't know. But yeah, for whatever reason you don't like Car Carnage and you just want to skip it, or if you're doing a speed run, there's a little helpful trick for you. And the good thing about the minecart, or at least Car Carnage, there's no bonuses, so if you are doing a speed run, like 101% speed run, you don't have to beat that level normally. You can just use that trick I showed you. So, yeah. Not that I would ever attempt a speed run because I'm not that skilled at games, let's be honest. I love playing them, but there's no way I could ever perform a speed run successfully. Alright, so we want this barrel for over here to unlock one of the bonuses. There we go. And, oh boy, I'm going for a banana. Let's see, can I get it? Yay! I got a banana! Woo! So exciting! Yeah, I wasn't trying for the banana, but that's why I ended up hitting it. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going for it. I don't care. I was going to get that banana one way or another. Yeah, so just use that tire up there to get that checkpoint, if you so choose to. Again, if you're doing a speed run, you'd probably skip it, so yeah. And there's a lot of singers in this level, but they're not so bad, I find. They're not in, like, enclosed areas or anything like that, so they're not so bad. Honestly, I don't think the singers in Donkey Kong Country 1 are too bad. It's the ones in Donkey Kong Country 2 that I didn't like, the red ones in particular. I do love Donkey Kong Country 2, don't get me wrong, it's still one of my favorite games ever, but some of those levels with singers, they went overboard, let me tell you. And I don't know why, but for some reason, Winky always seems to jump over the bananas for some reason. I don't know why that is. And don't ask me how he's jumping through the ceiling, because I have no idea. Apparently, frogs can jump through ceilings. Who would have known that? This game is very educational, don't you know? I never knew that frogs could actually grow bigger than a gorilla and a monkey. But apparently, it's possible. I mean, if it's in a video game, that obviously means it's canon to real life, right? Yeah, I don't know what I'm going on about now. Yeah, there's the letter G, and there we go. 44 lives. I am swimming in extra lives, aren't I? Yeah, if you're really good at this game, you can easily get over 100 lives, let me tell you. Of course, the counter doesn't go past 99, so you can't see them, but they still do count. Will I be getting 99 lives, or 99 plus lives in this LP? No. No way. I love this game and play all the time, but no way. Yep, I love Donkey Kong Country. Like I said, it's my second favorite video game of all time behind Super Mario World, and for good reason. It's a good pick up and play in the afternoon type of game. And now we have Stop and Go Station. Debatably one of the more annoying levels, but I don't think it's that bad. The only thing that's annoying about it is these rock crocs, and the problem with them is you can't kill them. Trust me. It's impossible. You can't hit them with a barrel, you can't jump on them, you can't roll into them. They simply stay alive forever. I don't really like enemies that's, you can't kill in video games usually, but they're not so bad in that when you hit the stop barrel, they stop. So it's basically just avoid them and go. So it's not that bad, I don't think. Certainly this was a lot tougher when I was a newbie and still learning and whatnot, but it's not so bad now. And that's how you get the O, you do the roll jump. And we need this barrel over here for one of the bonuses. I don't know why, but I thought it was back there for some reason, but no, it's right there. So, there you go. And I do end up missing one of the bonuses, but I'll point out where it is, and I'll even show it to you after we're done with the level. So don't worry, like I said, this will be 101%. You are going to see where everything is. It's just not always going to be me getting it right away. Like, see those 3 bananas right there? That's where the bonus is. This tire right here, push it to the left, not the right, like I did. How I forgot about that, I don't know, but I did. But don't worry, I'm going to show it off. You know, once I beat the level. That's why I said this LP will be a bit different than a typical 101% playthrough, because most people just know where the bonuses are and just go get them. I personally don't like doing it that way. I'd rather just play through the game and then get the bonuses after I beat the game, and that's the way I'm going to do it. That way, too, I can show off both endings, so, yeah. And one thing I didn't show off of Stop and Go Station that I should have, and here's me getting the bonus now, but if you actually go back at the beginning, if you go in through the entrance, it'll actually teleport you to the end, kind of like Car Carnage did before. So if you don't like this level, you can skip it just like Car Carnage, but honestly, it's not that bad, and you'll miss the bonuses if you do that, so don't do that. And here we have Candy Save Point. Can I help you monkeys save your game? Sure, why not? I see no harm in that. And you may notice there's no exclamation point on Stop and Go Station. It's because at this point, I had just finished the level. I hadn't went back yet, so that's going to happen with some of the levels. You won't see the exclamation point because, again, I went back after I beat the game. So, yeah, I've just thrown that out there. Anyways, over there's Crusher, who thankfully does not have an annoying laugh like in the Game Boy Advance version, because, my goodness, his laugh was kind of annoying in that, but we're not playing the Game Boy Advance version now, are we? Playing the Super Nintendo version, the much better version in my opinion, though they both are kind of the same game, really, when you get down to it. And here's another bonus for you, just gotta spell out rare. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. I kind of wonder if on the Virtual Console release of this game, if they had to change that, but I don't know. Anyways, there's 3 on-guard tokens, and now we have the worst of the token minigames, in my opinion. Mainly because it's underwater, and I just suck at it, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not very good at this. So, yeah. I don't know what to say about this. Just grab the tokens and earn some extra lives. Now, there is a big golden swordfish like there is in all the other levels. The problem is, I didn't remember where it was, so that was a complete accident. I thought it was just going to take me to one of those caves where it has a number like 3 I showed off earlier. There's also a 2 and a 1, and I don't fully understand the point of those rooms, honestly. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just stick with the main area and get those tokens? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud to myself now. But, yeah, I don't like on-guards, really. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, the token minigames aren't that particularly amazing. They're just a way to earn some extra lives, so they do what they need to do, I guess. But, personally, I still rather play or focus on the main game. Look at that, 50 lives. Awesome. Alright, so, moving on. Also, those naughties in the wheels, you can't kill them. Sad as it is, you can't kill them. And here we got another bonus. There's quite a few bonuses in this one, huh? So just looking for that green balloon, that green 2-up balloon. There it is, and there we go. Fantastic. Of course, I don't say it as good as Frank West, but you know. Alright, there's some more critters here. That's one thing I always loved about the enemies in Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2, or at least the Kremling ones. All their names start with a K, and I like that touch. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Donkey Kong Country 3 ruined that tradition, though, and we'll talk about Donkey Kong Country 3 one day when we get to it, unless you want to watch my brother and sister play series of that. I guess I should say our series of that, but, you know. If you guys want to watch that, then I got quite a few things to say about Donkey Kong Country 3, but if you'd rather just wait for the actual LP where it's just me, that's fine too, because I will be doing that someday, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm looking forward to Donkey Kong Country 2, but not Donkey Kong Country 3. I hate that game so much. Alright, and I don't know why, but for some reason, this guy just keeps throwing nuts up at me, so I kept bouncing off them, so finally I just said, screw it, I'll just jump over there and take out the Necky that way. And yes, that's what they're called. And this jump sucks. I have never made it past here with Winky, so I thought maybe I gotta do a running jump, you know, May I can do kind of like a roll jump type of thing with the Winky, and that didn't work, so I ended up losing a life, and then that happened. So, yeah, sucks, but at least I got all the bonuses. Now, unfortunately, around this part is where my it's where my power went out, and unfortunately my DVD lost the boss fight footage. So this is not my original boss fight footage of Master Necky, unfortunately. That is lost forever though, so here's me fighting him now. Just takes 5 hits, avoid those nuts, and there you go. He's pretty simple. At least I think it's a he. Maybe it's a she because it's pink, I don't know. But yeah, that was the boss fight. Pretty simple. Not much harder than Very Naughty from earlier. But then again, Very Naughty was just ridiculous with that difficulty, you know? Gosh, that was so hard. But anyways, folks, that's going to do it for Part 2 of Donkey Kong Country. So thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all in Part 3 where we continue on to World 3. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. See y'all then.